Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, doing a Tools That Don't Suck series. So today, one of the tools I want to show you, we're working on making a drive shaft and transmission tunnel for the 3T. And I pulled out a tool that I have sitting around that I don't use a ton, but when I do use it, it is awesome, and I remember why I let it take up so much space and collect dust. So this tool is what's called a pipe anvil. Pretty simple design. This is actually something that I built in a class, Gene Winfield and myself. We did a couple classes at Eastwood on metal fab, and this is something that Gene teaches in a lot of his classes. Shows people how to make, he does the drawings for making a pipe anvil. This is something that he's had for years in his shop, works really well. It's really basic, but it is very helpful, and once you see it in use, it's kind of one of those things that light bulb goes off in your head and you're like, why didn't I think of that? So I'm not going to go into the details on making it. If you want to know how to make one, definitely take one of Gene's classes and he can show you how to do that. He'll even give you the measurements and everything you need. But the basics of it are that it's 3 different size pieces of tubing that has a small gap between them, and you can put material between them and actually form it over the different pieces of tubing. What this allows you to do is you can create conical shapes by forming them over this. Now, you're not stretching them like you would an English wheel or a power hammer. You're simply forming them. So again, for a drive shaft or transmission tunnel, you can definitely do that just by how you lay out the panel. So the piping on this one, the piping size is just something that's personal preference. The ones I have on mine are 2-inch, 5.5-inch, and 3.5-inch. That's what I have on mine, thick wall tubing. And this is made in a manner that you can still slide it around on the shop floor, but you can bolt it down if you need to. This one's about just over 4 foot long, so you can do pretty big pieces in it. Just when you get into doing 18 gauge that's 4 foot in length, you may need somebody to help you bend it. But how it works, I have the 3.5-inch side here, which is probably the most common that I use. And what you can do is you basically put it in like so, and you can form it around the tubing. And if you want to make a more curve that covers a larger area, you just keep sliding it. So it sort of does the same thing as a slip roll. Not sort of, it does. Do the same thing as a slip roll, but you don't have an expensive tool. And I actually like it because you can do a little more, it's a little less guesswork with it. So that's how you can pull that out, and you have a nice curve to it. So the closer together you do your bends, a little at a time, the smoother the radius will be, and you'll have less lines in there. Now the other thing you can do if you want to make a conical shape is you can actually put the metal in at an angle. So what you would do is you would draw your line, kind of how this is cut at an angle. You would draw your lines out. You draw them out like that. Have a center line. So what you would do is you take the tool, or the metal, put it in the tool, and you put it at an angle, do a little bend, keep it at that angle, do a little bend, just keep working your way, keeping that same angle as you go. And what it'll do is it'll start to give you that conical shape. So I didn't follow this one all the way around, but you can see we're going from a narrow, tight radius here, something that's much more gradual on this side. So that's how you can use that. So you can do this, pieces of tubing, whatever size you want. You have to play with what is good for you. Again, if you want plans for this or you want the exact dimensions, take a Winfield class. It's worth the money, most definitely. He holds them all over the country. But this is a tool that does not suck, that is 100% built from scrap metal, and something that anybody can do themselves for a little bit of time and a little bit of money. That's all I got, guys, for Tools That Don't Suck. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.